I thought it was a really good series. Yeah, didn't get over the line, but some really good T20 cricket, some tight matches, and I think some of the, I guess, the new guys really stood out, which is always nice to see. So, you know, people like Tim David, Cam Green, Nathan Ellis, they stood up, which is great. Just builds our, yeah, I guess the pool of people we can draw on. And personally, it was good to play T20s after a little bit. I think it's one of those games, the more you play, the better feel you get for it. So we're all shaping up well for the World Cup.
You're part of the 20, anything else?
Oh, it's exciting. I think you saw with the women's team a couple of years ago as well, just having the whole country behind you. There's nothing else like it. It's still a career highlight for me, being there at the MCG, you know, packed house for the final. So, yeah, these are, you know, the best days of your lives playing tournaments like this. So we can't wait. Same squad pretty much as last year. We had a lot of fun over there in Dubai, so can't wait to do it all again here at home.
You mentioned Cam in the city. Never done that job before?
I think you're right. I think we're starting to just not get surprised whenever he, you know, just takes another step up. He just looks at home straight away. So, yeah, new role, opening the batting and to take it on like he did and play with bravery. That's what you want to see from any young player. So he was fantastic. Yeah, it's a tight squad to get into at the moment. So, yeah, he's done really well.
Okay, let's get back to the partnership, first of all. Winning.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's, I think even the last couple of summers, it's one of my first kind of thoughts whenever I bowl him is we don't want to burn him. You know, he's young, he's vulnerable. I've been on that side. So I think it's been a real, you know, huge win from the medical side of things to have him playing as much cricket as he has over the last couple of years. Unfortunately, he can fall back on his batting, even if he's not bowling heaps. So, yeah, now he's, you know, in and around 3 formats, it becomes even more important. He's someone who loves playing, so, you know, even when he goes back to WA, we've got to manage that because we've got, you know, 15 test matches in the next 6 months, plus World Cups and lots of cricket, so absolutely.
It's an interesting situation with the IPL.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those ones. Yeah, you can't really blame anyone for going in. He's going to have huge demand on him wherever he plays. So, yeah, decision for him to make. There's lots of cricket around, so we'll see how he goes.
Hi, mate. This is TJ from Hindi Gaurav. Do you reckon?
Oh, I think that there's always opportunities that pop up. You know, there's always niggles, injuries that you know, occur at different times. So, look, we've got a really strong 15-man squad. There's people like Greeny, Nathan Ellis, those guys that didn't make it this year. Mitchell Swepson was in the squad last year. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point there's opportunities that pop up through injury.
Thanks, mate.
I think you've got to be proactive. You know, the world's changing almost every month nowadays. There's new leagues and opportunities popping up around the world. I think we're lucky here in Australia that for most of, or all of us players about, but certainly the fans, you know, Test cricket's number one. So that kind of, whenever there's a Test tour on, that's where all us players want to be. That's where you feel like all the cricket fans are watching. But yeah, I don't think we can just take for granted that's always going to be the case. I think we do need to be proactive and look after, yeah, some of the ways maybe we structure contracts or manage different players. Because yeah, unfortunately or fortunately, it's just the reality of the world at the moment.
Do you agree that this World Cup is going to be absolutely free? I mean, there is no.
Yeah, I think you're right. You look at all the teams and, you know, T20 games can be won by 2 or 3 guys that just click in one game, even one person. So, yeah, I think there's, you know, honestly, probably 4, 5, 6 teams that you think, oh, they could make the finals. And then, you know, a team like Sri Lanka won the Asian Cup not long ago. So you probably add in an extra team there. So I think that's one of the attractions of T20 cricket. You flick it on and you really don't know who's going to win.
Last question.
Yeah, last question.